You will never live the life that you truly desire if it's built on a foundation of someone else's opinions of you. You'll stay stuck, trapped in a job you hate, settling for relationships that don't fulfill you, and always putting your goals and aspirations on hold. It's like being a puppet with every single one of your decisions tied to someone else. That's the real cost of caring what other people think. You live a life that ultimately isn't yours anymore. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have spent over 20 years letting other people's opinions of me control my life. That is until I learned how to quiet those voices and really prioritize me. So today I'm going to share with you 4 tips on how to actually overcome this, be unbothered, and really take back control of your life. So let's dive on in. The first thing you need to truly understand is people's opinions are simply a reflection of themselves and their own life experiences. Opinions are just that. And if you don't see them that way, you fall very easily into the trap of taking them for more than they're worth. No one besides yourself has lived every single moment of your life to truly give you an opinion that is 100% customized to what you need in your life. Realize that other people's opinions are simply about them and not about you. And if you actually listen to people's opinions, you'll notice that they expose themselves very quickly. To be very honest with y'all, when I was in high school and I had a face full of cystic acne, I would notice people's cystic acne way more. And it's not like I would say anything about it, but that is the thing that I would focus on. I would be like, oh, everyone else also has cystic acne and pimples. I'm not the only one, so I'm normal. And I used it as a way to soothe my own insecurities. But since growing up and my face has gotten clearer, I typically don't notice that about people anymore. When anyone has something to say about you and the things that you're doing, oftentimes it's because it's a focal point for them. So your big to-do for this section is next time someone gives you an opinion, it could be good, it could be bad, ask yourself what this tells you about them, and then start to reframe it as a life lesson from their book. Is this actually applicable to me? Or is it just a reflection of their own life experiences? Remind yourself that everyone's going to see life through their own lens, and their lens is not your reality. Now that we've covered that opinions are simply just opinions, the next thing you need to do is learn how to distinguish whose voices matter and whose don't. Let me tell you a truth. When people say, I don't care what other people think, it's not really that they don't care about anyone's opinion. It's that they don't care about the ones that do not actually impact their life. For so long, I held myself back from pursuing content because I was so scared about what Joe Smo from 7th grade science, who still follows me on Instagram, would say about it. And as soon as I said to myself, Sarah, that's not a credible voice. That's not someone that needs to have an opinion about what you're doing. It was so much easier for me to start pursuing my dreams. You need to start being very, very particular on what sources you're actually going to trust. It's like a research paper. Double check your sources. MLA that shit. What credibility, what expertise does this person have? Say you're going through something in your relationship. Would you rather take advice from someone that's a serial cheater or someone that's been in a happy marriage for 10 years? A pitfall that so many of us run into is weighing every single opinion in our life as the same, when in reality, they're not. Not everyone, even your closest friends, even your family, should have the same weight for every single area of your life. So I want you to take some time and reflect. Whose voices matter in my life? For what? Whose voices do I need to ignore? Ask yourself, 1, does this person know me well enough to actually judge my decisions? 2, what actually makes them credible? Do they have expertise in this area? And 3, what life experiences or biases could actually negatively impact me if I took their advice into account? With the clarity that you have from this exercise, start practicing politely disregarding some people's opinions. When you do this, you'll start learning and recognizing whose voices really matter in what circumstances, and not caring about them as much when you're making a decision in your life. Now that you're a master in identifying the voices that matter, we need to focus on the one that matters most, yours. So this next section is learning all about how to affirm your identity, because if you aren't grounded in who you are, you will be so easily swayed by everyone else's opinion of you. You need to be extremely clear about your values and your dreams and what makes you you. You can't live authentically when you don't know who you are. And that's what's 100% taking away from you being able to achieve your dream life. So in order to build your self-confidence and your self-worth, you need to focus on 2 things. 1, strengthening your positive identity, and 2, reducing all of your limiting beliefs. I have an entire video on self-concept, so go check that one out. But a very quick jumping off point for identity is just to write down a list of your core personal values, your dreams, who you want to be, and start reading that every single day. Very, very basic thing that you can do to start affirming what you want out of life. Now, to get rid of limiting beliefs, I talk about this one so much, but you really need to just identify certain limiting beliefs that are holding you back back from pursuing the things that you want. Because truthfully, the negative opinions of you that hurt the most are the ones that you actually feel are true. I would be so embarrassed if someone was like, oh my God, Sarah, your acne scars are so ugly. Truth be told, like, I think that about myself sometimes. But if someone told me like, Sarah, I find you so fucking dumb, I would laugh it off because I'm so secure in my own intelligence. I would just think, oh, they're referring to me doing something goofy. It would not shake me the same way someone saying something I have been insecure about would. So ask yourself, what are you scared that people are going to say? Those are actually your own limiting beliefs. And once you've identified them, you can start to release them. Spend time doing the inner work to affirm who you are and build up your confidence, because that will help you become unshakable by other people's opinions. Now, I've given you all of the fundamental mindset shifts to really stop caring what other people think. But this last thing is ultimately the way that you will recreate your own ability to control your actions in your life. And that is through exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is simply just facing your fears in bite-sized steps. Start taking action towards what you really want, even if it's uncomfortable. The more you practice doing what's true for you, despite the fear or the judgment by others, the more you become more confident in actually pursuing the things that you want. You build the resilience to choose your own path and stop letting other people control you based on your fear of how they might perceive you. I want you to think about something that you've always wanted to do, but you've just been afraid of what other people might say. Write down the smallest, lowest risk decision that you can take today. For example, when I wanted to start content creation, my first little step was just to make a new Instagram account. Then you want to build up gradually to taking bigger and bigger steps. So for me, that was posting my first Instagram reel, posting my first TikTok, making this YouTube channel. Every single rep that you get in, taking action towards your goals, regardless of what people might think or say, you are effectively building something to fight off the negative impacts that other people's opinions have. I also recommend that you keep a journal, document how you feel as you go through all these steps and see how far you come. You'll show yourself how much confidence you've built over time, and that gradually, step by step, you have regained complete control over your life. All right, so those were my 4 tips on how to stop caring about what other people think and take back control of your life. If you enjoyed today's video, go check out my self-concept video or how to overcome the fear of being seen. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.